Good evening and welcome to Saturday Night Boys Basketball from Bryan, Ohio tonight. It's a renewal of one of the longer rivalries in any sport in our area as Defiance and Bryan are ready to hook up in boys basketball. Welcome in. This is the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show. Tonight it's actually both teams on the heels of emotional wins in their most recent game. For Bryan, it was a last-second win, and then a little chaos after the game winner was handled against Stryker. Game winner by Maddox Langander for on an out-of-bounds play. Then they had to survive not one but two possible inbounds plays because of what amounted to a do-over. And they did that. They won the game. They hung on 37-35. Meanwhile, for Defiance, an emotional win last night and a quality win last night over a good St. Mary's team led by Austin Parks, who is an Ohio State commit. Well, Defiance gets it done last night behind a career-high 30 from Braden Shaw. Caden Zachrich had 19. Isaac Schlatter added 14 in the win. Again, the Bulldogs are 3-1. Bryan is 2-4. Entering play tonight. We're going to step aside when we come back. Our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with the head coaches, Bryn Lehman of Defiance, and of course joining us will be Brock Homeyer from Bryan. It's all on the way next on B-Rock Sports.
Hi, I'm Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. I live and work here just like you. And with all kinds of local insurance advice, I am someone you can count on to help you protect all that's good in your life. I make it easy to save on the quality protection you need. I will even help do the switching and paperwork for you. So stop by my office today for a quote. We are located on West High Street in Bryan. That's 1111 West High Street in Bryan.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service.
Saturday Night Boys Basketball as we prepare for Bryan and Defiance. And Defiance head coach Bryn Lehman joins us here on the pregame show in our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with the coaches. Bryn, as always, great catching up with you. Thanks for the time here. I guess talk a little bit about the start to the Defiance season coming into this weekend. Let's start there. And maybe I guess a part two to that question is expectations for Defiance as the year begins.
We've had a pretty good start, and you know, we had a really challenging scrimmage schedule this year. We played Toledo Central Catholic, and then we did a little Columbus trip, and we went down and played Olentangy Berlin and Dublin Jerome and Canal Winchester, and then turned around the next Tuesday and played Perrysburg, and then we had Hicksville, who's off to a great start. So we had a really challenging scrimmage schedule, and I think, you know, to play into what you mentioned, our expectation is to compete you know, for championships. And I think that's something with the senior group that's done it for a few years now. That needs to be our expectation, and we need to challenge ourselves accordingly. So it's been a good start, though. Saturday night was a tough one with Rossford. We lost in overtime by 3. We battled back from a double-digit deficit there in the third quarter, and we actually took a lead late and early in overtime, but we weren't able to pull through. But, you know, we beat a solid Napoleon team that's got a lot of guys that can play, and then a really, really scrappy Paulding team that's got a ton of seniors. And it's always tough to beat teams that have a lot of seniors because they're experienced, and I think, you know, we fit into that category. So, you know, outside of Saturday, we wish we could have that one back. We've been defending it unbelievably. We've defended really, really well all 3 games. So that's something we're looking to build on.
Bryn, what can you pull away from that roster? You mentioned it a couple of times here in that opening question. So what can you learn? What can you pull away and become even a better basketball team from that night?
Well, we've struggled offensively. We really haven't shot the ball very well. And a lot of people, I think, would hit the panic button. But honestly, I'm more encouraged than anything because our defense has been outstanding. And I know that's something that's not going to go away because we play so hard. We just have to loosen up and play better offensively. And it's been addressed, the last couple of weeks. Our shot selection's been really poor. And we're not working to get the best shot. We just shoot the first shot that's available. So I'm encouraged because we've addressed certain things. And, our guys have it in them. We've shot it well in the past. So that's something I look forward to in the future.
I know the record doesn't show much right now in terms of maybe strides being made, but this Bryan team coming into the weekend at 1-4, saw them on opening night, and we saw them again Thursday night against Stryker. And the eye test says this is a better basketball team. When you dive into game film and watch a little more on Bryan, do you see that an improved basketball team, even though the wins may not be there here early?
Yeah, absolutely. And I said the exact same thing a year ago. They battled us at our place a year ago, and I think the score was a little bit more lopsided than, the game actually. And Brock does an outstanding job getting them to play hard. And they really, really battled Wayne Trace, who's tremendous. And they have kids that have bought in and play incredibly hard, and that's never easy to go against. You have to. You have to do all the little things well and all the little things correctly. And that's a credit to what Coach Holmeyer's done. He's got them bought in, and they're just incredibly scrappy. The hump that they've got to get over now is learning to win those tight ones, but that'll come as those kids mature.
I know the short answer to this is fantastic, and you just started with St. Mary's, but what's the WBL look like? A long answer.
It's going to be the typical, Wild West with everybody competing and battling with everybody. It's just there's never a week off. St. Mary's is going to be tremendous. They were in the Elite Eight a year ago, but we beat them at our place. Ottawa Glandorf, state runner-up. They're going to be solid with all the guys they've got coming back. Van Wert will be tough. Shawnee's going to be tough. Elida's going to be much improved. They've got a ton of young guys that are getting experience. So, the league is very, very difficult. And I see us challenging for it. We were right there a year ago with a chance to knock off Ottawa Glandorf and share the WBL title. But, there's never a night off. It's always a grind, and it's coaches and players that know each other really well. So, but our guys embrace it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to seeing you guys play, Bryn. We don't get a chance to see it too much because you play Bryan, and that's basically it. Fairview, too, on our schedule of teams that we cover on a regular basis. So we love to always see this game and kind of get a gauge on where Defiance basketball is at. So always looking forward to seeing you guys play, and we'll always appreciate the time here on the pregame show.
Thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing you guys Saturday.
Bryn Lehman, head coach of Defiance. More to come next here on B-Rock.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window clean. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patient support. Go Bears.
Forget cars and purses. Thieves are after your identity. Recovering your stolen identity can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Central Mutual Insurance Company offers coverages that can help you recover from the devastating effects of identity theft. For your security, your protection, and your peace of mind, trust Central Mutual Insurance Company in Andrews, O'Neill, and Lowe. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wauseon, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Looking for something different for your next event? The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is perfect for birthdays, corporate parties, and other special occasions. Axe throwing lanes, full-service bar, keno, pool tables, and more. Reserve your lanes today or ask about their exclusive VIP room. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, just off State Route 24 in Defiance. Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Saturday boys basketball, Bryan and Defiance. Our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Bryan head coach Brock Homeyer on the heels of a good win for Bryan, ending a 4-game losing streak. We ending at Stryker on Thursday night. A crazy ending we'll get to in a minute, but I want to go to, you dig yourselves a huge hole. I mean, 14-2 at the end of one. Not much is going right for you, Brock. So talk a little bit about adjustments that were made, both coaching and kid-wise, and how you're able to fight back and have a shot at the end.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have gotten used to playing down 10 or so in the past year or so. So the boys are used to seeing that on the scoreboard, but finally we're starting to figure out how to adjust in a game. Nothing was falling. I think we were shooting like 20% in the first quarter or something like that. And we just preached attack, 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 get them in foul trouble, making foul shots. And on defense, we were mixing it up, trying to keep them on their toes. They missed a couple, and we were slowly creeping back.
So you get back, you get tied, and talk us through that final possession. You had used, that was the third timeout you had used to set something up, and they had made some changes defensively a little bit where they were jumping out and now trapping when whoever had the basketball. So I guess take us through that sequence, and then drawing up terrific out-of-bounds play executed to perfection by your kids.
Yeah, I knew we had 3. I told them we were going to probably use all 3 because I wanted the last-second shot. Because in the past we've struggled to understand, when you shoot it with 10, that gives the other team another 10 to go win it. So I really wanted us to have the last-second one. We drew up the first time out, I didn't have anything ready to go because I just wanted to waste some time. And the second one, we drew up a little play with a post coming off a screen. It wasn't there, so it got down to 5 or 4, and I decided to take the other one because we are comfortable with our blob plays. So drew something up, and the boys did it perfectly, and it worked out.
Well, you move on now after getting a win, and you now face one of the real good teams on your schedule. I know you have a lot of good teams. Defiance arguably could end up being the best team on the schedule when all is said and done. They have a ton of experience and a ton of players back from last year. Tell us a little bit about this Defiance team and what you've seen in watching film, Brock.
Yeah, they're impressive. Their size and the way their guards attack, it is impressive. We're going to need to eliminate, a ton of our turnovers, and we're going to have to lock down defensively. As you know, we are tiny, so we got to find ways to be able to bother them inside as well as cover the 3.
Looking forward to this one. These Bryan Defiance games are always fun matchups, always good crowds to come and watch this game. So looking forward to this one this year, Brock. Thanks for the time here on the pregame. Good luck against the Bulldogs.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030. When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in the years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk with someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Welcome back out here to Bryan as we roll on the pregame show. Before we dive into anything else, we have some scores that have gone final from today. In boys basketball, it was Fayette getting their second win of the year, I beg your pardon. They beat Fairview 44-31. Delta destroyed Jones Academy 69-47. Girls basketball, Montpelier takes care of Paulding 32-22. Liberty Center pounded Tenora 55-25. Parkway beat Antwerp 52-39, and Miller City mashed Holgate 46-32. Again, those are finals from earlier tonight. Little background on the seasons and from last year. Defiance 3-1. This after they went 15-7 a year ago. Finished 7-2 in the rugged WBL, and then had a lot of momentum going into the postseason before they were upended as the number 1 seed, losing to rival Napoleon in the sectionals a season ago. This is a group with really high expectations, both in the league and in the postseason this year. 8 seniors, including their top 7 kids from last year. They have, according to head coach Bryn Lehman, really good experience, really good team chemistry. It's an unselfish group, and as you heard him talk there, the defense has been tremendous here through the early part of the season. Now they're getting that offense to come around, or at least they hope so, because last night in that win against St. Mary's, they shot the ball extremely well from the field. And one thing that has been an issue, not just missing shots, but they've had a couple of instances, whether it be in games or scrimmages, where they have had some poor shot selection. Bryan is 2-4, picking up a much-needed win on Thursday night on the road at Stryker. Now they've got Defiance to contend with. Stryker had a little size, so maybe it was a good situation for them that they played with Elijah Juilliard and Levi Barnum with some size and skill for Stryker. But now tonight coming at you, 6'6" Caden Zachrich, 6'5" Xavier Irvin. He'll play a little bit as well. So they do have to contend a little bit with that here tonight. Defiance has taken ownership of this series. They have won 6 in a row in the overall series and lead at 127-63 on the history of the series, but 6 straight. Last year it was a sluggish start for Defiance in this game, but they ended up pulling away for a 56-29 win in that one. We do see Maddox Langendorfer out there and available. We were wondering about that after that heavy collision to end the game when he was on the defensive end on Thursday night, colliding with his own teammate Sam Harold, and you wondered if there would be a possibility of him in concussion protocol. He was cut and bloodied a little bit as well in that collision, but is available and going to play here tonight. Edge to Defiance as well in terms of the bench. They are a deeper team. We could see up to as many as 9 play tonight in this one as part of a regular rotation, not a game getting out of hand one way or the other type thing, but up to 9 playing tonight. This is our final game of the week, and we're looking forward to be able to bring it to you here this evening. 3-1 Defiance, 2-4 Bryan. We're about ready to step aside here on the Overland and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show. And when we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups, the officials working the game tonight, and, of course, the opening tip. Defiance hammering Bryan in the JV game, 57-26. That opening tip on a Saturday night coming up next.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete complete benefit package, along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you thinking of buying a home, but you're hesitant because of the rising interest rates? Well, don't be. Historically, rates are still very low. While not at their lowest, rates are nowhere near where they were back in the 1980s and 1990s. Home prices are stabilizing, and there are more homes coming on the market. So don't wait until interest rates climb to 9 or 10% or even higher to make your move. Call me today, and I will help guide you through the entire process. From finding financing to handing you the keys to your new home at closing, I am with you every step of the way. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
If your list has a do-it-yourselfer on it, then the only place for you to shop is Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan. VersaStack 230-piece wrench set for only $129. DeWalt lithium-ion compact drill driver kit, impact driver, orbital sander tool only, Bluetooth job site speaker, or a 2-pack of compact batteries, all for only $99 each with Ace Rewards. Basically, you'll find everything your craftsman or do-it-yourselfer needs to start or finish that project, from cordless power tools to screwdrivers. Don't know for sure what they need? A gift certificate is always just right. All at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan.
Starting lineup time for this one, presented by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Defiance Bulldogs, coached by Bryn Lehman, it'll be Braden Shaw, a 6'1 senior, Aiden Kiesling, a 6'1 senior, David Jimenez, a 6'1 senior, Isaac Slaughter, a 6' 1 inch senior, and Caden Zachrich, a 6' 6 inch senior. For the Bryan Golden Bears, coached in his second year by Brock Homeyer, Jace Kepler, a 6'1 junior, Evan Cox, a 6'1 senior, Joe Watson, a 6'1 senior, Sam Harold, a 5'11 junior, and Carter Dominic, a 6' 2 inch sophomore. Those are the lineups. They're brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Tri-State's best selection of monuments, Fackler Monument Company, downtown Montpelier. The officials working the game tonight, who have their eyes on the game from Tri-State Vision Center, they are Benjamin Blewett, Norman Corgans, and David Hess. For all of your eye care needs, remember the Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. So that change to the lineup, it is Joe Watson starting in place of Maddox Langendorfer for this one here tonight. Bryan in their home whites with the purple and gold numbers, and the all-black look for Defiance riding into town in the all-black unis with the blue numbers and white trim. Bryn Lehman in his third season, 33-17 as head coach. Oh, by the way, last WBL title for Defiance, 2016. Last district, 2015. They would love to end those strings and more this season. Caden Zachrich is headed towards center circle for the Bulldogs. It'll be Joe Watson for Bryan as we get ready to tip off Saturday night boys basketball. Happy to have you with us here on V-Rock 100.9. And that opening tip is going to be controlled by Bryan. Going to get it was Jace Kepler. Defiance will see Kiesling pick him up as he crosses the timeline. Kepler crossover, almost had it taken away. Now it's Harold. Harold middle of the floor to Watson. Watson high post to Dominic at the elbow. Dominic flushes it over to the right side now to Shaw. Little curl into Harold in the painted area. Up and under, and a foul on the floor. Going to go on Isaac Schlatter. Schlatter, one of those that played extremely well last night in that win over St. Mary's. And again, if you're just joining us, Braden Shaw, a career-high 30 in the win last night on the road at St. Mary's. From the baseline, it'll be triggered in, thrown into Dominic at the elbow, top of the key, and weaves it around to the left side. Spin move, well, he wanted to go up and under. Zachrich wasn't biting. It'll be flipped out in front now to Cox. Cox to Jace Kepler. Kepler high post Watson. Nearly taken away by Defiance. Jimenez in his grill right now. Dribble handoff now to Harold. Harold banging his way to the basket. Little jump hook. Dances in for the first two of the night. Nice take by Sam Harold and finish. And Bryan draws first blood. To the post for Defiance. Turnaround jumper from Zachrich is off target, no good. And the rebound to the Bears. Bryan must find a way to compete on the backboard here tonight. Here is Kepler out high on the left. On the wing it goes to Cox. Cox at the foul line. Shuffles it off now to Harold. 2-0. A minute 15 in. Now Dominic from the 15-foot spot on the baseline. No good. Rebound to Defiance. And coming back the other way now, we have Defiance in the half court. And a whistle and foul is going to be on Sam Harold, his first of the night. Going to the line will be Braden Shaw. The other night for Bryan, Sam Harold in double figures with 12 in the win. Langander for 9. Cox had 8 as they won that low-scoring game. Free throw is good by Braden Shaw. Won it 37-35. Brock Homeyer, 3-25 as head coach, had a 1-win season a year ago. Second offering is also good for Shaw, so he goes 2 for 2 at the line. Shaw came in at 82% entering the weekend. Against the full court pressure, Bryan able to handle it, get it up the floor. Kepler muscles it up and in for 2. And it's a 4-2 advantage for Defiance here on B-Rock 100.9. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Jimenez on the wing and around it goes, and it was going to the post to Caden Zachrich, but a little too wide, thrown by Schlatter. It'll be a turnover and the first of the night for the Bulldogs. They came into the weekend very low in turnovers, had averaging 8 a game coming into the weekend. Again, picking up full court pressure. Kepler being challenged by Kiesling. Kepler crosses midcourt. Bryan moving right to left. Denied away by Jimenez, but right back to Kepler. Along the lane left side. Turnaround as he faces. No. Rebound to Zachrich for the Bulldogs. Now being brought up by Shaw. That quickness to the rim, and it's in. And a chance at a three-point play. Foul on Jace Kepler. Just can't stay with Shaw, it appears, as Shaw using that quickness to get to the rim. 13 points a game when the weekend began, and of course that's going up with the 30-point performance last night. He's 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 at the foul line. He has all 5 of the Defiance points as they grab a 5-4 lead. Up that far sideline with it now is Kepler. Kepler with 5:45 to go in the quarter. Kepler throws it to Watson, left foul line extended. Watson, bounce pass through the hands of Kepler. That'll be Bryan's first turnover. Now it's Shaw in transition. The drive, the dish, the jumper for 3. And it's good on the wing from Isaac Schlatter. 8 for Defiance. Here's Evan Cox. Dribble penetrates across the timeline and into the half court, and he threw it wide of Watson. A miscommunication. Watson was going to set a down screen, and it went out of bounds. Timeout, a 30-second timeout, Bryan, as Maddox Langenderfer will come in for the first time tonight. 8-4, Bulldogs back in a moment.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Defiance 8 and Bryan 4. Not quite 3 minutes in. Brock Homeyer needed to make a quick adjustment. Maddox Langendorfer in for the first time. We'll see how he responds after that collision, and bloodied a little bit against Stryker. Played well that night. Langendorfer with a trap coming, gives it up to Cox near side. Cox loops it. Wanted to go to Langendorfer, cutting through the paint, but too high and hard, and it bounces out of bounds. That'll be a third Bears turnover in 3 minutes. Not good math. They need to find a way to correct that in a hurry. Jimenez on the far side. Jimenez near midcourt with a trap coming. Ball reversal up to Shaw, now to Kiesling. To Shaw, top of the circle. He'll dribble, penetrate, kick it right side. A little step back on a shot fake. Another one down and through for Isaac Schlatter. Terrific fundamental basketball. Draw the defender, get him off his feet, and then slide left and bury the open J. 11-4 now. 9 unanswered for Defiance. Here's Harold. He'll give it up to Langendorfer. A little step through, not going to go. Rebound to Zachrich. May have been partially blocked. Now Jimenez up the floor, weaving his way to the rim. First 2 of the night for David Jimenez. A 4 for 5 start from the field for the Bulldogs. Halfway through the quarter, and they have built a 13-4 lead. Bryan better be so careful here. This thing could get out of control in a hurry if they don't come up with some first quarter answers. Defiance is that talented. They'll bury you here quickly. Cox pull up J, no good from the elbow. Rebound to Zachrich again. Outlet, Kiesling stripped on the way up. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Substitution, it will be Javen Saldana coming in for the first time. Saldana, a 5'11 junior. Bryan will counter with Dylan Koenig. Koenig is in. He is a 5'6 junior. Inbounds to Zachrich, and he muscles it home. First 2 of the night for Caden Zachrich. 5 for 6, and they've made their last 5 field goals. And it's 15-4. Koenig in the backcourt, guarded by Saldana. Over to the high right side now to Langendorfer. To the baseline to Dominic. As the trap comes, it's into Koenig. He'll hand it to Langendorfer with a left hand, no good. Another Zachrich rebound. Outlet pass is thrown away and turned over. Sam Harold was kind of playing center field and deked him into the steal. 15-4 Defiance on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Cox with it, foul line extended. Top of the key to Langendorfer. Wanted to go to a spin move, wasn't there. Good defense that time from Saldana to keep him on the floor. Take by Dominic is no good. Defiance with a rebound. They have a 5-1 advantage here in the first quarter on the glass. 2:45 remaining in the first. 15-4. Bryan, after back-to-back makes earlier in the quarter, have gone stone cold, missing 5 straight. A 3 from Zachrich, and that is what Caden brings to the table, the ability to step out and stroke the open jumper. 5 for Zachrich, 18-4. And now Bryan nearly gives it right back. Coming in will be Tyler Frederick, a 6'2" senior. Plays well off that bench for the Bulldogs. Joe Watson returns. He'll come get Langendorfer. Meanwhile, for Bryan, one more sub is coming in. Carter Brown, a 6' junior. So right now, Bryan's searching for answers. Defiance has them. Defiance has made 6 consecutive shots as they have an 18-4 lead, shooting 6 of 7 from the field. And a reach and a foul, a little too aggressive, is Schlatter, and that'll be his second. And Bryn Lehman going to have to make a move, and he will with Khalil Ligon. Ligon, a 6'3 sophomore. They are very high on his future. They like what he can bring to the table. Khalil, it appears, is going to pick up Harold on the inbounds once he brings it in. He will. It's brought in. Koenig with the basketball. Bounce pass high post to Dominic. He's at the foul line. Waits, hands it off to Harold. Harold, step back on the wing, was taken away by Ligon. Now it's given up to Koenig as we're about ready to hit 2 minutes to go in the quarter. 18-4 Defiance here in the early going. Early being as in the first quarter. A reach and a foul on Saldana. He thought he had picked the pocket of the Bryan guard, but it is a foul. Aiden Pels and Jace Kepler in for Bryan. For Pels, it's for the first time tonight. He is a 5'10 senior. This is a senior-dominated Defiance team. For Bryan, there are 4 seniors. 3 of them play significant roles. Over on the right side, Watson with it. Open post cut through, wasn't there. Pick and pop now. Dominic working. Now looks inside to Pels. Pels double down on him. The lefty through the lane. Rejected by Ligon on the interior. And now Defiance pushing the other way. Saldana gives to Ligon. Top of the key to Shaw. Shaw on the elbow extended. Shaw turns the corner, and that'll be a hand check foul on Carter Brown. Or do they get a carry? Beg your pardon. It's a carry, so it's a turnover. That'll be the 3rd Defiance turnover of the quarter. Aiden Kiesling comes back into the game. With it now is Jace Kepler. Kepler across midcourt. Out there with Pels, Brown, Dominic, and Watson. Watson has it now, top of the circle. Watson on the wing. Fumbled it away and then had it came right back to him. And now a reach and a foul. I think they're going to get Ligon on the personal, which will be his first of the night. 4th team foul. Far sideline, it'll be Joe Watson to bring it in. Watson into Pels. Coming down on 1 minute remaining in the quarter. 18-4, Defiance in front. Long drought here for Bryan. Backdoor cut in the lane. This is Brown. No good, but a foul is called. Carter Brown will get a pair of free throws. And I think they give that to Ligon, and that'll be his second. Schlatter has 2. Ligon has 2. Carter Brown off the heel, no good. One more coming up. 18-4 Defiance on your Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Saturday night boys basketball, the second offering is good. So that'll end the run for Defiance, but still a lot of work to come for Bryan. Kiesling in the backcourt. Kiesling crosses midcourt. Jump pass far side to Zachrich. Zachrich hands it now to Saldana. Saldana between the circles. Right wing to Kiesling. Bryan man-to-man, as they will be. Out now to Zachrich. Zachrich around the horn. Ligon to Saldana. He's guarded by Carter Dominic. Jump stop, traveling violation. 4 turnovers here for Defiance. 3 for Bryan in the opening quarter of play. Defiance will use that dead ball to pick up full court pressure. Inbounds Kepler now. Up the sideline to Carter Brown. Brown hands it off to Kepler. Kepler foul line extended, one at a backdoor cut, wasn't there, broken up by Defiance. Digging out the loose ball, Tyler Frederick. Now to Ligon, who did not look to catch in. Able to track it down, now it's Saldana. Saldana to Frederick, back now to Saldana, and they may hold for the final shot now. 20 seconds to go in this opening quarter. 18-5 Defiance, bringing the clock down all the way. Here's Saldana. Picks his dribble up, snaps near side to Ligon. Back to Saldana. Inside to Zachrich. A little jump hook, soft touch. 2 more for Caden Zachrich. 1 second, and they're not going to get a shot away, and that'll wrap up your opening quarter of basketball. A quarter owned by Defiance as they lead Bryan 20-5 after 1 on B-Rock Sports.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game. Welcome back out here to Bryan. Quarter in the books, all Defiance. They shoot 7 of 8 from the field unofficially. Bryan 2 of 10 shooting, helping to build the lead. Of course, as you would expect, Defiance dominating the backboard as well, building a 20-5 lead. Here is Defiance with the first possession. Jimenez back in, has it in the painted area, flips it out in front to Shaw. Shaw attacks, spins, rises up, banks it, and it circles around, no good. Bryan with the rebound. Here's Kepler, up the floor now to Harold. Harold in the half court. Defiance is, of course, man-to-man as well. Pick and roll was intended for Dominic, not there, so Harold hands it back off, and Langendorfer has it deflected. Good hands that time by Antonio Lopez to force the deflection and knock it out of bounds. 5 Bryan turnovers now, 4 for the Bulldogs. Braden Shaw left to right, picked up by another number 2, Kepler. Kepler can't stay with him quick-wise. That's a bad matchup. I don't know if Bryan has anybody, though, that can. Shaw's first step was an easy blow-by. Shaw now with 7, and the lead goes to 17 at 22-5. Here's Sam Harold, lost it on the way up, and was it touched? Defiance doesn't think it was touched. They thought it was just out of the hands and gone, but it will go out of bounds and say it was touched. So Bryan will keep it. A little more than a minute in, backdoor out of bounds play to Langendorfer as foul is going to be called on the floor on Lopez. Antonio Lopez gets his first of the night. Subbing in, Caden Zachrich coming back for Defiance for David Jimenez. From the baseline, it'll be inbounded by Kepler. Kepler, bounce pass out high to Dominic. Dominic. I mean, they are in the grill of Bryan every time they get touches. Can they take advantage? And the dribble drive is going to be thrown away and intercepted. Terrific defense played in the half court. Shaw to Frederick to Kiesling. Around now to Lopez. Good perimeter ball movement for the Bulldogs. Shaw off the dribble. Kick into the corner. Lopez reins in a 3. He gets into the act. 25-5 Defiance. Bryan was up 4-2. 23-1 spurt since then. That's not even a spurt. That's just a long, sustained run. Cox, little nickel and dime hand check on the floor, is going to go on Braden Shaw, his first. Wouldn't be doing a Defiance game if we didn't have baseball to talk about. Xavier Irvin is in, 6'5 senior. 3 of these kids that you're hearing names are off to college, of course, to be playing baseball. Aiden Kiesling committed to Findlay. Braden Shaw to Akron, and then Tyler Frederick to Olivet Nazarene. And, of course, every year's high expectations in baseball. That is the same for this group coming back. Advanced to regionals a year ago. Jump shot from Zachrich is no good. And on the rebound, it'll be Bryan basketball. Deflected out of bounds. Bryan had it, but it was tipped away. Chance here tonight with this big lead for Bryn Lehman to dive into that bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have played off the bench already, so they are 10 deep here in this one. 25-5 Defiance, 5.5 to go in the half. Carter Dominic out high with it. Zachrich on him. Shovels it off now to Langendorfer. Spin dribble, drive of the lane. Goes up with a shot. It's no good. The follow put back up by Kepler is no good. And the rebound goes to Defiance. Push the other way. Here is Shaw in the lane and is fouled on the way up. I think it's going to be on Harold. He signaled at least. Nope, it's 2. It'll be Kepler getting his second. Jimenez is at the table. And coming in now for Aiden Kiesling. Baseline inbounds coming up from Antonio Lopez. Lopez can't find anybody. Now loops it into Shaw on the wing. Shaw top the key to Jimenez. Around the horn, left side, spotting for a 3. Second miss from 3, I beg your pardon. And the rebound to Bryan and Jace Kepler. That was Irvin on a spot up on the far side. Wing right, Evan Cox. He's been quiet so far. Either that second or third scoring option for Bryan usually. 4:50 to go in the half, 25-5 Bulldogs. High left side with it, now attacking is Kepler, trying to get to the rim, and Jimenez sends it out of bounds. It'll stay with Bryan, but a good defensive play. Saldana for Lopez for Defiance. Jace Kepler looks inside, now floats it to the right to Carter Dominic. Wanted to move on a spin move, but it was taken away. Now in the lane, here's Langender for another block. This time it's Irvin who taps it away and out of bounds. Bryan now 2 for 14 shooting unofficially here. Ball is brought in out high on the right now to Dominic. Dominic hands to Harold. Harold gives to Kepler. Kepler bounce past Dominic. Backdoor cut. Langendorfer finally able to roll one in. 25-7 Defiance. 4 and change to play first half. Between the circles, Jimenez. Ball moved around to Irvin into the corner to Shaw. Shaw on the wing. Shaw into the lane. The little floater is good. Braden Shaw. 9 for Braden Shaw to lead Defiance in scoring. Right side, reach and a foul. Saldana gets his second. So Ligon, Saldana, Schlatter with 2 each. Kepler has 2 for Bryan. And we are 1-1. Langendorfer struggled a little bit at the line the other night. Tyler Frederick comes on for Defiance for Xavier Irvin. Langendorfer lets it loose, buries the front end. He has 3. Aiden Kiesling for Saldana. Defiance 3-1, Bryan 2-4 coming in tonight. One other thing for Defiance this year, they're going to be hosting a holiday tournament coming up later this month. Division I Lewis Center Olentangy will be there. Also Anthony Wayne and St. Francis. Second free throw no good. Rebound Jimenez for the Bulldogs. So more quality to that schedule coming up later in December. Jimenez to Shaw. Shaw working on Langendorfer. The drive and the kick out was intercepted. That'll be a 5th turnover for Defiance. Cox in transition rolls it in off the left side. 27-10. And an official's timeout. Sam Harold may be shaken up a little bit. He'll be replaced by Aiden Pells to let him gather himself. I don't know if it was a stray shot coming up the floor. But Harold replaced by Pells. Nope, Harold's going to stay out there. Beg your pardon. So everything's good. Sam Harold remains on the floor. High ball screen set. Shaw on the maneuver to the right. Out in front to Frederick. Frederick cross court to Kiesling. Baseline left, Zachrich. Spin dribble Zachrich, powering his way, step back. He's got that jump hook down. And now 9 for Caden Zachrich. Baseline left, Watson got inside. Zachrich says, get it out of here. Clean block all the way. Now transition. Shaw, he floats it up. That won't go. Rebound Bears pushing back the other way with Cox. A little Euro step through. Wild finger roll, no good. Rebound Defiance. Outlet pass broken up by Kepler. That'll get the steal. And a timeout, Bryan. So a little helter-skelter action. 2:41 to go in the half. 29-10 Bulldogs. Back in just a moment.
You work hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
2:41 mark left in the first half. All Defiance leading it 29-10 right now on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. A couple of timeouts utilized there by Bryan so far in the first half. And out of that timeout, a near turnover. Dominic able to dig out a loose ball as it went through some sets of hands. Now Dominic into the lane on Zachrich, trying to bull his way to the basket, and he did. Field goal is good, and a chance at a three-point play for Carter Dominic as he draws the foul on Caden Zachrich. First points of the night for Carter. Now looking for the three-point play, conventional three-point play. Lets it loose, in and out, no good. Defiance the rebound, Tyler Frederick. Jimenez cross court. Shaw thought about the three. They have to respect that because not only can he attack and get to the rim, he's got every Bryan defender on quickness, but they also have to respect the jumper. Speaking of a jumper, Jimenez three no good as it bounces off the support. Becomes a dead ball off the iron and then the support, so the possession goes Bryan's way. 29-12 Defiance. This possession taking us under the 2-minute mark left in the first half. Watson has it, bounces it to Cox on the wing. Cox gives it up now to Kepler. Now to Harold. Stop, fire on the fadeaway. Sam Harold has pretty good touch. We've seen that now from Sam this season, in this being the third game that we've done. He's a legit scoring option, does a good job on the defensive end as well, undersized. The dribble attack and lay-in by David Jimenez for two. 4 for Jimenez. 31-14, $1:20 to go in the half. Harold to the foul line to Watson. Watson below the free throw line. Got to get out of there, close to three. Now hands to Harold. Harold comes back, and they're going to give a foul to Tyler Frederick, his first. Sam Harold gets a pair of free throws. You're listening to Saturday Night Boys Basketball on WBNO FM in Bryan, inching toward the 8 o'clock hour. Harold's first attempt is good. 5 on the night for Sam Harold. Aiden Pells for Carter Dominic. 31-15. Second one short. Zachrich another rebound. He'll give it to Jimenez now. Middle of the floor, half-court offense. Bounce pass, high post for Frederick. Good denial by Watson there. Loose ball, though, dug out by Defiance. Here's Zachrich to Jimenez. Jimenez at the free throw line. Nearly had it taken by Cox. Now he still may get it taken by Cox and does. That's one thing that Bryn Lehman's not going to like, going to have to make adjustments on, and that is turnovers. Out high with it is Harold. Harold gives to Koenig. Koenig on the elbow, shuffles it off now to Cox. 30 seconds to go. Now it's over to the high right side to Harold. Harold to the foul line, now the elbow. Step back jumper, good. Sam Harold. 3 straight makes by Bryan at their offensive end. Still double-digit deficit, but they've inched a little closer at 31-17. Defiance wants one more shot. 8 on the clock. Here's Shaw, left of the lane, lost it, got it back, kick out. Corner jumper for 3, Jimenez, no. Rebound Bryan, and that is how the half comes to an end. Little mini run by Bryan to hang around this one. 31-17. Defiance still in charge as we go to the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Halftime show in just a moment.
When you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And there's no one that knows that feeling like me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent, because I work every day to get people like you the coverage they need with the savings they deserve. Give me a call for your quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Halftime here in Bryan. It's the main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show where the Defiance Bulldogs lead Bryan 31-17. Let's take a look at those first half numbers, starting with Defiance. A couple of players that are already close to double figures. Braden Shaw and Caden Zachrich, each with 9 in the first half. Isaac Schlatter with 6 on a pair of threes. David Jimenez has 4. Antonio Lopez with 3 on a made 3 for a total of 31. Sam Harold leading Bryan with 7. Maddox Langenderfer with 3. Jace Kepler, Evan Cox, and Carter Dominic all with 2. Carter Brown has scored 1 tonight. Shooting the basketball, Defiance 12 of 19 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. Remember, they were 7 of 8 in the first quarter and still a very solid 5 of 11 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, for Bryan, 7 of 21, so just 33% from the field. They have not attempted a three-point field goal as of yet. Foul line. Defiance more efficient, much more efficient, 3 for 3 shooting free throws. Bryan is just 3 of 8 at the line. Rebounds, Defiance with the advantage, 11-7. Turnovers are close, too many for both, 6 for Bryan, 7 turnovers for Defiance. All of that has us at the intermission. with a score. Defiance 31, Bryan 17. Our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show continues next on V-Rock Sports.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
They were once in a car seat. Now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you can save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andrews O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wauseon, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
The Eager Beaver Axle is wide open and ready for you. Come in and take your shot at throwing axes or share some drinks and food with friends. Rack up the pool balls or take your chance with Keno. It's all inside the Eager Beaver Axle. Must be 18 or older to enter. Find them online or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axle, Defiance's first axe-throwing venue.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window clean. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch stack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Again, some finals from earlier today. Boys basketball, Fayette beat Fairview 44-31. Delta rolled over Jones Academy 69-47. In girls hoops, Montpelier a double-digit win over Paulding 32-22. Liberty Center smoked Tenora 55-25. Parkway got a 52-39 win over Antwerp, and Miller City handled Holgate 46-32. Want to remind you what's coming up. We have a very busy week coming your way this week here on V-Rock 100.9, and it actually starts on Monday. We have a rare Monday game. We don't usually do Mondays, but we're trying to find a way to get as many of our teams in and on air as we could. Stryker at Hicksville in girls basketball coming up on Monday. Tuesday night girls basketball right here in Bryan for Napoleon at Bryan. Again, that's Tuesday night here on V-Rock. Wednesday night will be Sports Weekly, where we'll be joined by Stryker girls coach Connor Varner, Pettisville girls coach Jason Waldvogel, and Pettisville boys basketball coach Brian Leppelmeyer. And that is the final show of 2022. We'll return in 2023 on January the 4th for the final few months of the final season of Sports Weekly. Thursday night, it's boys basketball, and that is a BBC game, league game. Stryker at North Central. Good matchup there on Thursday night. Friday night, it's girls BBC basketball, Fayette at Montpelier. And Saturday night, back to Hicksville. We saw the Stryker Hicksville girls on Monday, or we will see the Stryker Hicksville girls on Monday. A week from tonight, we will see the boys matchup, Stryker at Hicksville. The following week, just 2 games leading up to Christmas. Tuesday night, December 20th, it'll be Montpelier and North Central. And Thursday, December 22nd, Pettisville at Bryan. So that's the schedule before Christmas. And then, of course, after Christmas, we will have the State Route 49 Classic. This year, the tournament being held in Edgerton. 31-17, Defiance with the lead. You've been listening to our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show. Don't forget Thirsty Thursday, every Thursday, and you are always near a main stop in Northwest Ohio. 31-17. Second half gets underway when we come back on B-Rock Sports.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Just getting your Christmas shopping started or finishing up? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has just what you're looking for during their Rapid and Red sale going on now through the 24th. Buy a Milwaukee cordless drill and impact driver kit and get a Milwaukee cordless sawzall, oscillating tool, jigsaw, grinder, or leaf blower for free. Check out their DeWalt 20-volt max power tools, your choice of select tools for only $129 with Ace Rewards, or a DeWalt 20-volt max 4-tool combo kit for only $179 with Ace Rewards. It's all going on now at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan.
Welcome back here to Bryan, where it will be Bears basketball to begin the second half. Joe Watson, Jace Kepler, Sam Harold, Evan Cox, Carter Dominic to begin the second half. Defiance goes with their starters of Braden Shaw, David Jimenez, Isaac Schlaughter, Caden Zachrich, and Aiden Kiesling out there. Here's Dominic down low, rejected by Zachrich. Has a real good knack of getting block shots. Uses his body, uses those arms well. And now on a backdoor cut, Bryan commits a turnover. Now the other way, here's Kiesling. Rotates it around the horn, Jimenez to Shaw. Shaw back to Jimenez, now on the wing to Kiesling. Kiesling just below the elbow, top of the key, jumper from Shaw, no good for three. Rebound, Zachrich in traffic on an offensive rebound. That turnaround won't go in the paint, and Defiance sees Bryan grab the board and come back the other way. So a couple of looks for Defiance, just unable to finish there, the three and then the putback. At the foul line, Dominic weaving his way right, wanted a spin fake, comes back to the right, too strong. Offensive rebound, Joe Watson. Held ball, possession arrow goes to the Defiance Bulldogs. Watch for the adjustments. Both teams need to cut down on turnovers. Bryan continuing to try to hang in there on the backboard. Here's Jimenez near midcourt. Defiance moving right to left here in this second half. Jimenez gives to Shaw. Shaw around right wing now to Kiesling from Jimenez. Shaw between the circles. Now it comes left Jimenez over to Shaw. Shaw at the elbow. Over the right wing to Jimenez. Jimenez puts it on the deck, gets in the lane, rises up from 14 and dances it in. Dangled on the iron for just a bit and then dropped in. Half dozen now for David Jimenez. 33-17 Defiance. Here's Kepler right side to Watson. Watson along the baseline. Harold rise and fire three. That won't go. On the glass, though, is Watson for an offensive rebound, and he's going to be fouled and will earn a trip to the line. 2 free throws here for Joe Watson. You wonder if Maddox Langander, for how much he will play in the second half. He was in and out of the lineup. If you're just tuning in and didn't hear the Thursday night game, Langenderfer collided with his teammate at the end of that game, breaking up a loose ball situation. Free throw by Watson is good. He was bloodied in that one. And also they were watching him for a potential concussion. Talked with Brock Homeyer about that on Friday. He was able to go, so he cleared all of that. Did not start either the game or the half. Played sparingly in the first half. We'll see what the second half reveals. 33-19. Here's Shaw, spin move into the lane, bounce pass to the right, jumper from Slaughter, no good, that was an air ball. Offensive rebound, though, to Defiance. Shaw in the lane, pushes it up, and it won't go. And off that miss, here comes Evan Cox into the front court. Cox all the way down on the wing. Cox circles out in front now. Harold snaps it into Watson, hangs in the air, tried to finish and unable to do so. And then on the rebound, it's deflected away by Bryan. So it's going to be Defiance possession. 5.5 to go in the third. 33-19 Defiance. They led 20-5 after one. They're taking it up to 25-5. Here's Slaughter, inside out. Zachrich for three, in and out, no good. Dominic the rebound for the Bears. Now it's Kepler. Up ahead diagonally to Cox. Cox from the elbow extended. Touches it out now to Dominic. Neither team have done anything but man here tonight, and that's pretty much what they'll both be playing all year for the most part. Here's Watson, high post to Dominic. Dominic just above the foul line on the right side of the wing. Dominic steps up and shot no good. Challenged by Caden Zachrich. Didn't get a block that time, but challenged it. Here's Zachrich at the free throw line. 15-footer good, Caden Zachrich. And a 30-second timeout taken. 35-19 Defiance. Timeout Bulldogs. It's a 30, and we'll be right back.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
A few more scores. A final in boys hoops. Swanton smokes North Central tonight, 72-36. Van Wert a 48-44 win over Kalida. And at the half in boys basketball, Tenora leads Holgate 16-15. We have a foul called on Defiance on Aiden Kiesling, just his first of the night. 3 Defiance players and a Bryan player have 2 fouls. So nobody in difficulty right now, but you certainly monitor it for foul difficulty potentially as that pass from Cox ricochets off the lower part of the backboard, turned over. It was intended to go to the post to Dominic. 8 turnovers for Bryan. So in a good spot now there turnover-wise. Defiance has 7 all in the first half. 3 from Kiesling. No, too strong. Offensive rebound, though, Bulldogs. Slaughter now has it. He had the rebound. He misses the 3 from the wing. And the board to Watson. Good minutes again tonight for Bryan, for Joe Watson. Normally I would say off the bench, but tonight in a starting role for Langendorfer. Watson gives to Kepler on the give and go. Got it and 1. Jace Kepler 2 and a chance for 3. That's their first field goal of the second half. The foul will be Tyler Frederick, his second. And that is the third team foul now on the Bulldogs. Bryan hasn't been able to get much closer than where we're at now since this big lead was built. 35-21. Free throw by Kepler is good, so that'll get it to 13. Kepler with 5. Had a good fall as the quarterback for Bryan. 35-22. Checking in now is Antonio Lopez for the Bulldogs. In the lane, there's that little turnaround jump hook, no good from Caden Zachrich. Offensive rebound, though, for Defiance. Here's Shaw. He's been quiet offensively. A reach and a foul on the floor on Kepler. That would be Jace Kepler's third foul. First Bear into foul difficulty. Carter Brown in for the Bears in place of Evan Cox. Zachrich, baseline left to Lopez. Now Zachrich flashes through. Power dribble, turnaround, little 3-footer is good. 13 now for Caden Zachrich. As DeAndre is taking over ownership of the painted area here tonight, as he should against this Bryan team. that he owns the size advantage. Nice power move by Sam Harold. Harold has played well tonight, 9 for him. He's played well in the 3 games that we've done for Bryan. 37-24, wing left now, it's Shaw. Shaw attacks into the painted area, fires it, no good. Another offensive rebound. More offensive than defensive rebounds here. Lopez on the attack, has it blocked out of bounds, and it will be Bryan basketball. As I said, it hit Shaw, or hit Lopez. 37-24, Defiance. Bryan ball, 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Harold now. Harold throws it down low to Dominic. Dominic, a spin move. Dominic off glass over Zachrich, no good. Rebound to Defiance. Here's Shaw in the lane, a blocking foul. And, that's number 4 on Jace Kepler. They didn't get him out. In fact, they didn't have anybody at the table for him. So now Bryan's point guard, late third quarter with 4 fouls. Braden Shaw, who is the only Bulldog that's been to the line, and is 3 for 3, will go there now, shooting a pair. First attempt is good. That'll get him into double figures with 10, joining Zachrich. Dylan Koenig, 5'6" junior, is on for the first time in the second half. 38-24. The next one, Shaw, front rim no good, offensive rebound though, Frederick, and they'll back it out and run offense here. Shaw, spin, flips, corner right side. Frederick, blow by Dominic, lays it in. First points of the game for Tyler Frederick, but a good take and finish, and it's 16 now, the lead, 40-24. Here's Carter Brown, going left. Brown to the baseline, rotates it out to Koenig. Koenig comes over near middle of the floor, exactly at middle of the floor. Now Watson, high left side. If we haven't seen Langendorf for here in the third quarter, our guess is he's not going to play now the rest of the way in this one. Better to be safe than sorry. Foul on Zachrich. That's just his second. It'll put Watson back on the line. He's 2 for 2 there tonight. Watson, a 6'1" senior, shooting a pair. 1:40 remaining here in the first half. First free throw, no good. End of one. Wauseon leads Napoleon 14-9. And Lutheran West has edged Ottawa Glandorf 65-62 in boys basketball. 1 of 2 for Watson. Aiden Pels is in. Number 1 scoring option without question out there now for Bryan is probably Sam Harold. Down low, Zachrich, 2, and a chance at 3. Caden Zachrich got it deep into the post. And an easy turn and finish for Zachrich. 15 for Zachrich. Foul shot is good for the three-point play. Here's Koenig now as the lead swells to 18. 43-25 Defiance. Harold out, pushed all the way out on top with it. Schlatter guarding him. Pels back to Harold. 1:10 to go in the third. Harold baseline left to Dominic. Dominic into the lane. Drop step, spin, muscles it up, rejected out of bounds by Zachrich. Handful of blocks for him tonight. It's been a fun matchup to watch on the interior. Koenig inbounds for the Bears. Looks for his safety valve out in front. That's Sam Harold. Between the circles to Koenig. Koenig, high post Pels, backdoor cut, Brown, taken away by Frederick. Brown still able to get a little half hook up, no good. Snatched on the rebound by Zachrich. Now he wants to work on the move. Puts it in spin cycle, shot no. But a trip to the line for DeAndre to shoot a pair. Caden Zachrich getting looks at a couple of different levels here to continue playing basketball. He'll shoot 2 free throws here. His first one is good. Came in just at 58% at the line. Averaging 16 points a game. Joe Watson back on the floor for the Bears. Lead extended to 19 and now 20. 45-25. Defiance. Full court pressure now from the Bulldogs. Here's Koenig trapped in the backcourt. Ball reversal to Harold. Timeout, Brock Homeyer and Bryan as that clock was inching closer to 10. 34 seconds left in the third. 45-25. We'll be right back.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Defiance and Bryan late in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead at 45-25. Defiance coming in 3-1. Bryan is 2-4. It'll be inbounded by Carter Brown to Koenig in the backcourt. Remember, Kepler is down with 4 fouls for the Bears, the starting point guard. Now it's Pels. Bulling his way through the lane. Pels on a backside cut for Watson. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Defiance. And now probably going to hold for the last shot. Frederick out high right with it. Hands it to Schlatter. 8 on the clock. Schlatter to the top of the circle. Wanted to go low post, and Pels couldn't get that quarter denial position on Zachrich. His first foul. Not to the foul limit for either team yet. 5 team fouls on Bryan, 4 on Defiance. 5.9 left. Watch for Zachrich after the inbounds. It's rotated around. There it is. He steps in, put it on the deck, though. Lost it, got it back. Sends it up and in to beat the horn. 3 in the books here in Bryan, and Defiance has reasserted themselves. 47-25, Bulldogs through 3 on B-Rock Sports.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
Ready to start the fourth quarter here. It is 47-25. Defiance with the lead. Jace Kepler back in for Bryan. Hands it to Watson. Dribble penetration. Count it. Yes. Good strong finish by Watson. 2 and a chance at 3. And Watson with a chance at a three-point play here. Free throw is no good. Defiance able to snatch the rebound. And as they bring it up, it's deflected away by Sam Harold. Stays with the Bulldogs. 47-27. Defiance appearing to be on their way to win number 4 of this early season in 5 games. Aiden Kiesling lost the dribble for a moment, went and retrieved and got it. And now the throw near midcourt, stolen away by Kepler. Pump fake, shot no good. And the rebound to Defiance on a loose ball situation. That was the first Defiance turnover of the second half. Shaw, the drive kick. Frederick, good ball movement out in front to Kiesling, now to Jimenez. Jimenez, right side, shot fake. Frederick, scoop to the hoop, and he'll go to the line. And a shot at a three-point play. Good take by Frederick. Good all-around half-court offense by Defiance that time. Ball movement, shot fakes, and then a finish. Aiden Pells for Joe Watson. And now Tyler Frederick, 6'2" senior. Looking for point number 5 on the night and gets it. Defiance has just missed 1 free throw in their trips tonight. It's now 50-27 as Defiance enjoys their biggest lead of the night. Here's Cox, who has scored just 2. Cox in the lane. Cox off glass, no good. Rebound Bulldogs going the other way. Shaw, the floater is good. Nobody turned the dribbler. And now it's 52-27 Defiance. Kepler with 6:45 remaining. Kepler hands to Cox. Cox on the elbow, comes topside now between the circle dribble. Cox gets a screen from Pells. Cox into the lane, pull up 12-footer, and it won't go. Another Defiance one and done defensive trip. Bryan is now 3 for 15 in the second half. They remember only 33% shooting in the first half. So Defiance bringing the D again tonight. Jimenez on the blow by, no good, but Cox commits the foul. And Jimenez shoots a pair. That'll be number 2 on Evan Cox. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, big-time expectations for this veteran Defiance group. Top 7 scorers back, 8 seniors in all. Jimenez hits the free throw. And a sour taste in their mouth, so a hungry basketball team from that loss as the number 1 seed last year in the sectionals to Napoleon. Carter Dominic on the floor. Carter Brown is in there for Bryan along with Harold. Pells, free throw by Jimenez is good. Zachrich comes to get him. Also, Irvin is back, so the size on the floor combined now together for Defiance. 6'5" Irvin, 6'5" Zachrich, or 6'6" Zachrich. Here now is Kepler into the front court. Half-court trap coming. Kepler to the baseline. Wraparound pass down low. Fade away off glass. No good from Sam Harold. Rebound Bulldogs. Coming the other way, it's Shaw. Shaw pull up, and that's no good. That's a shot that Bryn Lehman will talk to him a little bit about because it was 1-on-3. Braden did not have any rebounders, although late in hustling to get in the middle of it all was Caden Zachrich. And it is Defiance basketball. Jumper from the corner. Shaw rattles in a 3. And it's 57-27. They are 3 for 4 to open things in the fourth quarter. And Harold is fouled by Irvin. Aaron, a little help on 2-2 for Defiance. I don't have a 2-2. We'll figure out who that is. There's a 21 and a 23.
It's always how it seems to work.
What's that?
It's always how it seems to work.
Yeah. We'll figure it out before all is said and done. Bryan basketball. We're shooting free throws for the last 5.5, by the way. 7 team fouls on Bryan, 6 on Defiance. Jumper for 3. Kepler no good. And it hits the support. I've got another source I'll reach out to here.
Might be Trey Singleton.
Okay.
It might be Trey Singleton.
Okay. Jumper for 3, and it's no good. And on the rebound, we have a foul. Nope, that's just out of bounds. It'll be Bryan basketball. We think it might be Dre Singleton. It is? Okay, Dre Singleton is number 22. Wasion leads Napoleon 28-21 at the half in boys hoops. Here's Kepler in the lane, swatted away again. Zachrich with, that's at least block number 4 or 5 tonight. Timeout as Bryan got a loose ball. 57-27, 4:49 left. Defiance on their way to 4-1. We'll be back.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
Welcome back to Bryan. All Defiance now in the second half. Bryan was able to creep a couple of times to 13, even had a possession to get closer. But Defiance has always had an answer tonight, dominating the backboard here in the second half, continuing to shoot really well. Coming into the quarter, they were 19 of 35 from the field, and they're 3 of 5 in this quarter. We'll probably start to see some new faces here for the final 4:49, perhaps on both teams. Carter Brown into Jace Kepler. Kepler picked up by Kiesling. It might be a matchup we see again down the road. And it is confirmed, Dre Singleton, yes, as a possible tournament matchup as Sam Harold gets into the lane and draws a foul. And that'll be on Xavier Irvin. So Sam Harold, who's 1 for 2 at the line. And he buries the first one. One more here for Sam Harold. And he goes 2 for 2 at the foul line, 3 for 4 now on the night. He has 11. Top of the circle, Zachrich. Zachrich gives it up to Shaw in the lane. Braden Shaw, 2 more. He had 9 at the half, so obviously over double figures. 17 for Braden Shaw. Harold, a deep 3, straight on, look. Sam Harold. That's the first made 3 of the night for Bryan. 59-32, halfway through the fourth. Shaw, another runner. He's just been able to get into the lane at will tonight. That'll give him 19. Turnaround by Kepler, no good. Rebound offensively, though, and then it's turned over by Bryan. And now Shaw with numbers. No look left side. Irvin, no good, but a foul is going to go on Sam Harold. And Irvin to shoot a pair. He'll try to get into the scoring column. And a lot of subs are waiting to come in. Ligon, Lopez, Saldana ready to play for Bryan, or Defiance, and for Bryan, Koenig when they get the chance. First free throw good by Irvin. That's probably going to do it for guys like Shaw, Zachrich, and Kiesling. Second free throw good by Irvin. So now it's a sub game at 63-32. Koenig to Harold on the right. Flashing high on the elbow, Carter Dominic. Dominic on the right side of the lane. Tough shot, and it's good for Carter Dominic. So 20 for Zachrich, 19 for Shaw. Same type of combination as last night, although Shaw went for 30 and Zachrich 19 last night. Here's Singleton, shot up, no good. A whistle and a foul is going to be called. And who is it going on? Is it on? It's on Harold. His third. Irvin returns to the line. Irvin got the first one. He's a perfect 3 for 3. Three minutes left in this one. And Irvin makes the next one as well, and it's 65-34 Defiance. Next up for the Bulldogs will be WBL basketball. It's a double home weekend next weekend. Home with Van Wert, home with Findlay. And that game next Saturday, jumper on the way, no good. Rebound Defiance. And that's a 3 o'clock JV start time for Findlay and Defiance. And then it's the holiday tournament at Defiance. The first one, 22nd and 23rd. Irvin off glass for his first field goal of the night. Everything else has been at the foul line. Bryan doesn't play until next Saturday. They're on the road at Napoleon. We will see them home with Pettisville. They'll have 6'9" Caden Jacoby to contend with that night in Pettisville. Harold reins in a 3. He's had a heck of a game. 17 for Sam Harold. Trying to answer and able to answer is Khalil Ligon. 69-37, inside a 2 to go in this one. Our thanks to Chad Savage tonight, the Bryan Athletic Director. Of course, Brock Homeyer and Bryn Lehman as well. 2 and a chance at 3 for Carter Dominic. Aggressive take off the right side. Don't forget, we're back at it on Monday for girls basketball. Stryker at Hicksville. First chance to see both those teams. Caden Williams is in for Defiance. Bryan will send in Landon Bassett and Elias Oberlin. Bassett wearing 25, of course, for that name sounds familiar to some of you. Dad Chad, player at Fairview, former head coach at Eden, as Dominic hits the free throw. Carter Dominic's night will be done, and he'll finish with 7. As we are in all, no starters are left out on the floor for either team now. Here's Antonio Lopez to the right side. Singleton trying to get to the rim, muscles it up, no good. But Dre Singleton will shoot a pair of free throws. Clock stops, exactly 90 seconds to play. So a split week for Bryan after the last second win over Stryker. Singleton hits the free throw. Garrett Rodenberger and Brogan Castillo. So that'll officially, I think, empty the bench. Yes, because Andrew Irizarry is in as well. That empties the bench now for Defiance. Second free throw good by Singleton. Nine different Bulldogs will score tonight. Here's Koenig with it. Over to Bassett on the left side. Bassett gives it up now to Oberlin. To the right side of the floor to Carter Brown. He'll pull the trigger on a 15-foot jump shot. No good. Rebound Defiance. And Singleton. Singleton going to go all the way to the basket and one. You can see a little bit of the future there with Dre Singleton, who is the younger brother of Katwan Singleton, part of that state team for Defiance. 73-40. We're probably going to get a running clock inside of a minute to play. That would be exactly how it would happen as Defiance pulls away. If you're unaware of the rule in basketball, high school basketball, 35 is the running clock, and then anything after that in between 30 and 35. It's 33 now. That jump shot for three is no good. Rebound to Defiance again. Singleton. Kick out to the right side. Loose ball comes back to Singleton. He'll take a jump shot. It's no good for three. Rebound Bears and Oberlin to Koenig. Final half minute. Here's Bassett. Powers it up, no good, but Landon Bassett will shoot 2 free throws as the clock stops at 27 seconds remaining. Bassett unable to hit. And now it's Rodenberger. Middle of the floor to Caden Williams. Might be the last trip of the ball game. And loose ball scurries away and out of bounds. It'll be Bryan possession. Oh, we had a foul. Do we have maybe a technical or an intentional foul? I'm not sure. Landon Bassett's back on the line. Missed the first one. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So Landon Bassett had a 2-shot foul before, and they owed him one. He missed the one. Now it's Bryan ball for the final 8 seconds. I don't know if I've seen that. Koenig is going to be fouled on the way there. Dylan Koenig has not scored, but will have a chance here with 5 seconds remaining. Both teams going to end up with 9 turnovers. First one is good. So Koenig another. And he hit both of them. 2 for 2, and that's going to complete this one tonight. Defiance wins going away and makes it a double win weekend. Bulldogs 73, Bryan 42. The post-game show gets underway when we come back.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio, and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you ready to sell your home but not quite sure how to get the ball rolling? Give me a call and I will help guide you through the entire home selling process. Making sure you and your home are ready for marketing is key to achieving the highest price possible for your home. I will help prepare you for any obstacles that may arise during the home selling process and put together a marketing plan that will give your home the best exposure possible, including right here on the radio. Selling your home can be an emotional, stressful time, but with over 25 years of real estate experience, my goal is to make your selling experience easy and stress-free. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Import cars and trucks are amazing, but fixing them creates a dilemma. Do you go to the city for service and repairs? Well, it's time for a change. Jason Dietz Automotive Services on State Route 6, just east of Edgerton, is the answer. If you own a Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, or any other Asian or European vehicle, Jason Dietz Automotive Services has you covered. With over 30 years of experience on imports, Dave Brown and Sam Bailey are the experts that can fix it right the first time. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem your last mechanic couldn't, call 419-298-0777 and make your appointment today.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
Bryan, and the final numbers on this 73-42 Defiance win. We're going to make our best one tire and service best play, make the first quarter be the best play or plays of the night, because that got Defiance rolling. You start a game 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, and that'll get you moving here as they got off to a 20-5 lead after one and really never looked back. 2 double-digit scorers tonight. Caden Zachrich leading the way with 20. Braden Shaw, 19. David Jimenez finished with 18. I'm sorry, Dave. Let me back up. 20 for Caden Zachrich, 19 for Braden Shaw, 8 for David Jimenez. Not 18, 8 for David Jimenez. Isaac Schlatter finished with 6. Xavier Herman off the bench finished with 6. Tyler Frederick had 5. Antonio Lopez finished with 3 tonight. Dre Singleton came off the bench and had 4 tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different kids scored tonight, with 2 of them in double figures and a couple of close ones in double figures tonight. From the field, they both had 47 attempts unofficially. Defiance, though, almost twice as many field goals, 27 of 47 from the field. Bryan was just 14 of 47 from the field. Defiance made their first 3, and then they cooled off from the three-point line. They were 5 of 16 shooting threes. Bryan was 2 of 5 from the three-point line. At the foul line, Defiance, an extremely efficient 16 of 18 shooting free throws. Bryan was just 12 of 21. Both teams with 9 turnovers on the night, but a huge edge for Defiance. They really asserted themselves in that second half as they win the rebounding battle 32-16. All of it adds up to win number 4 on the season for the Defiance Bulldogs as they win going away 73-42. Defiance now 4-1. Bryan drops to 2-5, and that's 7 straight Defiance wins in this series. Up next for both these teams, as we mentioned, a double weekend for Defiance. Next weekend, both home games. Van Wert in the WBL on Friday night, and then an earlier than, well, I shouldn't say earlier than normal because there are quite a few earlier than normal starts for Defiance this year. But one of those earlier Saturday starts, JV tip time with Finley at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Meanwhile, for Bryan, just one game next week. It's a road game, and that's coming up on Saturday. Bryan will be at Napoleon on Saturday night. Again, our final tonight from Defiance. One more time, Bulldogs 73, Bryan 42. As we go back for a couple of updates or so on the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union Scoreboard Show with Krista Bruner. Good night, everybody.